Students, hey, it's Dr. Gatling. Hope everyone is doing well. I've got a quick video here regarding the course. Just want to do, an overview to show you some of the things that we've done to try to enhance the learning experience. I've been working with the instructional design team here at UNLV, and we've tried to come up with an interface that is going to be or hopefully make your experience much smoother and much more pleasant, particularly when you are accessing course content on a mobile device. But before I get to that, let me just show you here. This is the Let's Get Started page, and this is the first page that should come up when you click on the course. I've got it's a little bit of information here for you to read in terms of a welcome. I also put together a little self-introduction video, just talking a little bit about, giving you some background on myself, some of the expectations that I have for the course. Next, we have The Art and Science of Leadership, which is the actual textbook for the course. It's the only textbook that's required. You'll also see this video posted in this particular section as well, this course overview video. Here you'll be able to download a copy of the syllabus, and I'll come back to this in a minute and we'll go through that pretty quickly. There's a syllabus agreement I would ask that you would click on and complete the syllabus agreement sometime within the first week of the course. There's a couple of other links here, Blackboard, Help for Students, and a few other UNLV links for your convenience. So, each week, what you will find in the left menu bar of the screen, you will find a new module. You will also see an exam for each module. So I'm going to put a link in for each module and a link for the exam. So that exam should be populated before the course starts for sure. So Module 1, let's just take a moment and view what I have put together here for Module 1. So this is the interface that I was talking about. It's, we had some fun, working to create this. But basically the idea is that each week we will move, further along our leadership journey to the finish line. And as you can see, this week we're going to spend time talking about definitions and the significance of leadership. Next week we'll move to culture, global culture and certainly culture within organizations. But just wanted to show you the interface here. So if you click on the sign here, right here, it will take you to the tabs that have the course content. Like I said before, the idea here is that you'll be able to access everything that you need in terms of course content very easily and relatively smoothly on your mobile devices. So as you can see here, you've got the course overview, or I'm sorry, the chapter overview, chapter objectives. I put this in so that you could see specifically where in the textbook you can find the answers to the learning objectives or the chapter objectives. Defining leadership and effectiveness. Obviously, you want to read the story about the Container Store, which is a pretty interesting story. But as you go down and you look at these learning objectives, these exercises and these figures and tables will really help you to pinpoint exactly where this information is in the textbook, because this is the critical information that you want to be able to extract. In terms of a chapter outline, I've gone ahead and provided you with a brief, chapter outline, just in terms of the things that we're looking to accomplish with the text, and then of course application. You certainly want to be able to, within the context of learning, find ways to apply what you're learning, or at least see ways that you can apply what you're learning to current, and even future situations. There may be examples where you reflect on past situations and say, wish I'd have known that, or I remember using that particular theory or that particular concept. And what I've got here on the next tab is just a discussion board rubric. It talks specifically about the discussions. Discussions are going to be really important to this course. I think it accounts for quite a few points as well for the overall course. But you want to make sure that you familiarize yourself. And I'd probably look at this, each week, just to make sure that the comments that you're providing, are meeting the criteria and the expectation that's sort of defined here. So that's the discussion board. And we'll talk more about that in just a moment. And then I wanted to make sure that you had a very clear picture of what was due every week. So here you have the items that are due. And I'll touch on them real quickly. Each week I've decided to have an online live collaboration meeting. I'm not sure exactly where everyone's at, or the majority of you are in terms of time zone. So, I started this, I'm going to start this process the first day of class, which is the 24th of March at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, if you're in a different time zone, you can see the time that this meeting is going to occur. And I will send a link out to you so that you can quickly access the course. The nice thing about this online collaboration also is that we are going to use WebEx, and WebEx is a software much like GoToMeeting that also allows you to dial in via mobile device. So really trying to make it as convenient as we can for you in terms of learning. I know that everyone is working hard out there, and just want to try to make it as easy as possible for you. So basically, weekly items due in week one cover, review the entire contents and videos of the Let's Get Started page. Post an introduction in the course discussion forum, complete the syllabus agreement, view the content in Module 1, which we just did. Post a response to weekly reflection question in the discussion forum. So there's 2 posts that you're going to need to make in week 1 relative to the introduction, and then the other one is going to be just about the video, the reflection on the video. Certainly, you want to, or you're going to need to read chapter 1, and then there's an exam that you'll be able to do sometime towards the end of the week on chapter 1. So hopefully this interface works well for you. I know the instructional design team here did a lot of work in helping me to bring this to life. So definitely going to look forward to your feedback on this. If you click back to the course, to Blackboard, I should say, and you click on the discussion board, you will see the 2 discussions or forums that I have prepared for week 1. The first is obviously an introduction. Just want to know more about you. Want to you to share information with your colleagues. Really interested in what segment of the industry you work in. What is your current leadership position? How long you've been in the industry? Certainly would like to know what your future ambitions are, particularly related to leadership. And then the second forum is a video, which I think you'll find quite helpful and useful in terms of extending, sort of this question about why we do what we do, not only from an organizational perspective, but from a personal perspective. I think it's one of the more intriguing questions when it comes to leadership, and this video does a phenomenal job of bringing that to life. So back to the home base here, or at least I think I'm going back home. Here we go. If you need to email me, I would prefer that you email me through the Blackboard system. I check it frequently, so I should be able to get back to you relatively quickly. That's about it. The course tools are for you, your grades and so forth. So let's go back to the Let's Get Started page and let's take a look at the syllabus. So the syllabus will open up in a Word document, and basically it's just a standard syllabus. Certainly has the dates. It has my phone number. Now that's actually my cell phone number. It's not my office number. It's my cell phone number. So if you need to call me, feel free to do so. As I said before, we want to use Blackboard. But if you got an urgent message that you need me to reply to, immediately, go ahead and send it to me through my UNLV email address, which is here. Online office hours. If you want to meet with me, either via phone or if you want to do a web conference, just let me know. I will schedule it and we'll get it done. In terms of course overview and objectives, you can look here. I'm really going to work hard to really get us to a good place with these particular expectations relative to the learning that takes place through the course. So you can read through that. I'm not going to go through this. And then there's a few bullet points or a few items that I would love to have accomplished with you in terms of finishing up the course at the end of the course. The textbook, you've already seen that. A little bit about my philosophy, expectations that I have, things that you can expect from me. And I'll do my best to live up to this, and I'm gonna hope that you'll also do the same. A little bit on course policy and etiquette. I'm sure that most of you have had online courses before, so you're very familiar with all that. Here is the assignments. Now I've already shown you the assignments for week 1 or module 1. I've already showed that to you in the other interface. But you can go through and you can see and plan, sort of what's coming up. Plan for what's coming up. There's a couple of papers in the course. There's a leadership problem paper. We'll talk more about that in our online collaboration meetings. There's an exam every week. There's a discussion post every week. Let's see. There is another paper. A leadership development paper. So there's going to be a total of 2 papers for the course. There's an exam every week. Very critically, the discussion forum posts are going to be graded every week as well. So we got the final exam on May sometime during week 8 or week 8. We'll have the final exam. I don't have that specific date right now. We can talk about that. But relative to course points, you can see how the points for the course sort of break down. Participation points are pretty significant, about 1/3 of the course. So those weekly posts, making sure that you really read through what's expected relative to the discussion board is important. Looks like I got a mistake on here. You know what? In real time, I'm gonna fix that. Okay. Basically, what we have here is 2 papers, not 3. So I started, with thinking about doing 3 papers, but I decided to do 2. Now, if you all want me to do 3, we can certainly make that happen. But we'll talk about it in our collaboration meetings. You can see here the grading scale, which is pretty much standard for UNLV. And then a little bit about the weekly collaborations. You do not have to attend the weekly collaborations. It's not required. I will video record or videotape, not videotape, but sort of webcast, I guess you would call it, these recordings and post them for those of you who can't make it. But I plan on having a good time with you during these online discussions or online collaborations, and hopefully there's some value for you and all that as well. Is a little bit about the exams. There's quite a bit about the papers and the expectation for the 2 papers that are due. So make sure you read through that. We are going to use Turnitin, and there will be links in the Blackboard menu for these paper assignments. I'll get those in for you. In terms of the expectations relative to grading with these leadership papers, please make sure that you read through and really understand the rubric, before you write the paper, because I am pretty, I'm really into writing. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to have some pretty high expectations when it comes to being able to analyze the course concepts and apply them, to either problems or to your own development. I'm really going to be interested in looking at your analytical ability relative to how what we're studying is going to make you stronger, and hopefully even make your organization stronger. So make sure you read through that. There's a little bit on the discussion boards here, and a little bit on the final exam. The rest of it is just policy, UNLV, UNLV specific items. So that's all I've got for you relative to the course overview. By all means, if you have any questions, just shoot me an email. Looking forward to seeing, hopefully, all of you or most of you on the online collaboration that's going to take place the first day of class, Monday, March 24th. Thanks so much for your time and attention, and I will see and talk to you then. Take care.